007, turn right, heading 185, reduce speed 180 knots.
185 on the heading, 180 on the speed off air 007.
Speedbird 124, reduce speed 160 knots to 40 me.
Reduce 160 to 40, speed 124.
Hello there guys, Matt here, hope you're all well, and welcome to probably what is going to be one of the shortest videos to date on my channel. This is my P3D tweaking guide. Now, why is it short, you may ask, in before that's what she said. The answer is, there isn't that much to do. It's a little bit of a case of less is more, and it doesn't really take that much time. Now, the big conspiracy here is that you need to mess around with the config to the point that it resembles something like FSX, and it is not the case. I only have 2 config tweaks for you for P3D. Now, whether that's because I've got an immense computer and it just utilizes as much as it can of it, I'm not sure. But, like with the FSX video that you all seem to love very much, I'm just going to give you my settings and you can use them. I will tell you one thing though. I have had to make 2 configs. One config for when I'm flying into really dense areas, for example Heathrow or JFK or something like that. And then one for when I'm flying VFR and stuff like that, low level stuff that I can, well, I want the best out of it, but it doesn't need to render heavy areas, so it's a little bit easier to do. So you're going to get 2 configs in the video description. One is going to be something called a high density config, and the other one is going to be a low density config. So if you're flying in the Outer Hebrides, or in Norway, or in South Africa, or somewhere that isn't heavy on FPS, then use the low density config. If you're flying somewhere that is high density, i.e. London or Amsterdam or somewhere like that, use the low density config. And then you can tell me how it works. The only 2 tweaks I have is the job schedule affinity mask, and the fiber frame time fraction is set to 0.01. And that was because of a viewer in my Twitch chat, and he told me to set it, and I did, and it worked wonders. That's the same in both of them. I had some issues with rendering in the distance, that is now fixed, so everything is good. Anyway, you just drop it in and away you go. The next thing I need to show you is my NVIDIA Inspector settings. 2 things you need to change: anti-aliasing mode, enhance the application setting, and the transparency super sampling, change that to 8. And that is it. I've got an NVIDIA GTX 780, and that is literally the only 2 things that I do. I do install stuff like I would in FSX. I'm just going to let you see my wallpaper because I don't think you want to see black screen. Yeah, I do install it the way I install FSX. So if you watch my FSX tweaking guide and look at the how to make FSX look amazing for free video, I essentially do the same thing up until the clouds. Then I use the Rex clouds, the Rex soft clouds to be more specific. Apart from that, you don't need to use the water configurator. P3D water is already great in itself. And Active Sky Next P3D works just fine. You may need to get a secondary key off Active Sky for that, but they will provide that to you at no additional cost, which is nice of them. So, how long has that taken? 3 minutes? 4 minutes? P3D in 4 minutes. That's going to be the title of my video. Tweak P3D in 4 minutes. It's really that simple. I'll leave all the links below. If you have any problems or questions, just stick them in the comments. Or if you want to tell me something that you found, then please, by all means, do. It's still a relatively new bit of software that not many people know a lot about. So we'll just build on it, I guess, and maybe I'll have to make a revised version in 6 months. I have no idea. But anyway, until next time, take care, and I'll see you later. Ta-ra!